You must be extra special smart. You decided to come back and join me here in the basement. It's my honor you're here right now, but I gotta warn you, we have a ton to cover right now. We've got a package we're gonna open, a mystery package. We have a mystery envelope we're gonna open, and am I a man of my word? We're gonna address that as well toward the end of the video. We also want to talk about something very important related to these states. There's a wave across the country right now of states that are taking legislative action to reclaim their citizens' rights to use gold and silver as legal tender. Remember, that's, I think, Article 10. It's in the United States Constitution, and there's some fascinating information we need to look at. We're going to learn about something called specie. Okay, and you're going to be a little smarter, if that's possible, at the end of this video. And finally, I need to tell you about the new policy here in Ron's Basement. You know, oftentimes it's requested that we put a little sign on the bear that says, like, happy birthday to somebody's child or spouse or whatever. And we haven't been charging for that up to this point. From now on, if you want your 6-year-old kid's name on the bear, it's going to cost you $500 per video. I'm just joking. That is free and will always be free. We're always welcome, and we always enjoy connecting with our viewers in any way we can, including putting whoever on the bear for any video. But if you want that to get done, there's a new email address. You know, Susie, right? She's now in charge of managing the bear. Her new email address is ronsbasementsusie@gmail.com. Now let's dig right into this video. What do you say we start by opening this blue package? It was sent to me by a very dear friend and a very loyal member of Ron's Basement, my friend Chris. So let's open this up and see what's inside. Ooh, this says Ron. All right, we're going to dig in here. We'd like to thank our sponsor, First Mining Gold. They're a Canadian gold developer with 2 world-class projects in Canada. They also have a handful of other projects. When you total up all the gold in their resources, it comes to over 12 million ounces. They're worth checking out. I'll put a link to the company's website in the description below. He can wrap stuff, let me tell you. Oh, wow. Oh, awesome. Look at that. Oof. A beautiful mint condition 1976 quarter. Thank you, Chris. But what's even more interesting is that we have a Morgan dollar. Look at this. Wow. Chris sent me a silver dollar. What do you think of that? Well, you might be fooled because Chris is he doesn't call himself an expert, but he knows a lot about coins. And we're going to make a video about fakes. And this, my friends, is actually a fake coin. I'm not going to show you any more because in a week we're going to make a video and we're going to dig into it. I'll tell you what else is in here. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's a little package for Susie. So we're not going to open that right now. All right, let's move on to this mystery envelope. Thank you, Chris, very, very much for that fake Morgan dollar. No, that's really cool because, like I said, we're going to learn about fakes in a video next week. You got to be careful. Let's see what's inside this envelope. Ooh, look at this. Goldbacks. I've never had a goldback before. These are beautiful. Wyoming. Check that out. Okay, that came from Abram Taylor. So I actually knew those were coming, and I had no idea. I had an idea what goldbacks were, but not really. Goldbacks are fascinating, guys. I'd highly recommend you check them out. this has to do with this movement that's going on in the country right now, where states are passing legislation to let their citizens reclaim the right to use silver and gold as legal tender. Now, you know what? I hate to get us right into school, but we got to go to school. We got to learn about this word specie, S-P-E-C-I-E, because it directly relates to gold and silver being used as legal tender. Wow, these things are absolutely beautiful. These are from Wyoming. This is 1/1000th of a troy ounce of gold. It's fascinating how they make these. They actually molecularly spray the gold onto the Goldbacks, okay? And go to the website and check it out if you're interested. There's a lot of information there. But then they have like total, complete quality assurance and quality control measures in place to make sure the gold is actually there. And they have a patent on this whole process. From what I understand, one of the things they do at the end is they'll take like a certain number of the Goldbacks, right? Like this is 1/1000th of an ounce. They'll take a specified number of them and actually melt them down to confirm that, let's say, in 10 of these 1 Goldbacks, there should be what? 1/100th of an ounce of gold. And they do that like on a regular basis to ensure that the gold is actually on the Goldback. It's critical we understand what specie means because it fits into these new laws that are being passed, again, to allow citizens to use gold and silver as legal tender. On this Wyoming Goldback, it says right underneath the word Goldback, specie legal tender instrument. Now, what does that mean? Well, let me read something to you from the 10th Amendment Center. They had a great article about Kansas. They're one of these multitude of states that's working on passing these legal tender laws, and it addresses the specie subject very clearly, okay? It says, under the proposed law, specie coins issued by the U.S. government or any other specie that a court of competent jurisdiction designates would be legal tender in the state of Kansas and recognized as a medium of exchange for payment of debts and taxes. Now, here's where they define specie. Specie is defined as a coin having gold or silver content or refined gold or silver bullion that is coined, stamped, or imprinted with its weight, purity, and valued primarily based on its metal content and not its form. I'm almost done reading to you. Story time's almost over, and then we're gonna dissect this and figure out what it means. By allowing the court to designate additional specie to be used as legal tender, Kansas could free its citizens from potential supply constraints imposed by the use of only United States minted gold and silver. So basically what it says, and that's what these Goldbacks say, is as long as it's imprinted, right? As long as it says the purity and the weight, it can be used as legal tender in that state. And that must also be the case with Wyoming, right? Am I missing something? Imprinted with weight and purity and valued primarily based on its metal content. Well, this says the weight, 1/1000th of an ounce. It says the purity, 24 karat gold, right? And this is valued because of that, right? Otherwise, it's just a piece of, I don't know what this is made out of, but the people at the Goldback Company can tell you. And what about this, right? My favorite 10-ounce silver bar. According to what I'm reading about specie, it could be used as legal tender in the state of Kansas as well, right? It is stamped with its weight, 10 ounces, its purity, 0.9999 pure silver, and it's valued, right, based upon its metal content and not its form. I like to call these things candy bars, right? But the reality is the only reason this has any real value is because it weighs 10 ounces and it's made out of silver. And it says so right on there. So it is specie, and according to what I read, can be used as legal tender in any state that recognizes gold and silver as legal tender and has a specie law. So do you think I'm wrong? Let me know in the comments section below. I'm often wrong. We can confirm that with Susie. Send her an email to her new Ron's Basement Susie email address. But I think I'm right on that, and I believe I'm absolutely right in believing and knowing that as all these states, there's like a wave of states that are moving to make gold and silver legal tender again. That can only be good for the price of the precious metals. And think about it like this, guys. I'm curious, again, to hear your thoughts on this. But the United States, there's so few people that are even aware of the value of gold and silver right now. There's a huge runway for the demand to skyrocket for gold and silver. And again, that could only mean higher prices for the metal. And you haven't heard this from me for a while, so I think it's due time that I tell you. Those of us that are enthusiasts, especially here in the United States, for silver and gold, we are such a small minority, like maybe 1 in 100 or 1 in 200 people, right? It was illegal to own precious metals in this country for 40 years from 1933 to 1973. And then they took us off the gold standard. So there was a concerted effort to downplay, let's say, the importance of gold and silver in the United States. Our parents, our grandparents, they, for the most part, they didn't really understand or have any exposure to gold or silver. And who do we learn from? We learn from our parents and our grandparents. So we're an elite club, right? We are, especially here in the United States. Now, other parts of the world, you can let me know in the comments section below. I think it's more prevalent, the appreciation of precious metals. But for us that live in the United States, we're loners. We're like fringe, right? That doesn't mean that we're not good people and smart people. I know that we are. The people that I know that love precious metals here in the United States, especially, and throughout the world, this includes you, wherever you are in the world, are smart people. I'll put it that way. A little more intellectual horsepower than the average sedan. Next, we're going to address, am I a man of my word? But again, I want to say thanks to Abram Taylor. These things are awesome. Specie, right? And you helped us learn something as well. And as far as I know, this is also specie. If you don't agree with that, let me know in the comments. Help me learn, right? Like I said, I'm often wrong. Now, am I a man of my word? I'll tell you what, this guy, Chris, number one, he's sent me a couple really nice things over the last few months. Number two, he has been on a daily basis very helpful and very encouraging for me as I've worked on developing this Ron's Basement that we are both in, you and me, right now. And when I got these Goldbacks, I thought, I really want to send something to Chris. I thought, there's 8 of them here. And again, thank you, Abram, for sending them to me. I thought, I'm going to send him 2 of them. Because, it's hard for me. I'm kind of a closet hoarder, if you know what I mean. I thought, I'm going to send him 2 of them. And that felt good. But then I start that greedy side. I don't know if you experienced that, came in, and I'm like, no, maybe I'll just keep them all for myself. But you know what? It's most important to be honest with yourself. Be a man of your word with yourself. So right now, I'm going to show you, this is Chris's box. And I'm not going to send it to him right now, but I'm going to start putting stuff in there, and I'm going to put these 2 Goldbacks in this envelope that says Chris and put it in the box. But you know what? There's even more. I want to give Chris just one more thing for now, but there will be more on top of that. I got this bag here from Scotsman Coin here in St. Louis. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I have no interest in telling you that. But inside this bag, I have something that I want to send to Chris. It is a Austrian, is that right? Austrian Philharmonic 1 ounce coin. Beautiful coin. I forget what year it is. It's worth 1.5 euro, whatever that means, right? Unicorn fart dust. That's European, very fine European unicorn fart dust. Well, it doesn't matter what year it is, but it's cool because it's got all these musical instruments on it. Anyway, this goes in the Chris box as well. But I'm going to fill it up a lot more before I send it to him. I guess that will be the ultimate test as to whether or not I'm a man of my word. Hey, thank you for joining me here in the basement. I hope you enjoy your time here. I hope you get some value. I hope maybe you learn a few things as well. I hope you come back. But most important, until next time, you be well. You know what? I just thought of something I forgot to mention. This nice package that my friend Chris sent for Susie. Susie's birthday's coming up in like 2 weeks. Hint, hint. Nonetheless, Chris had sent me a package for my birthday a few weeks back. And it came a few days early. I was in the kitchen opening the box and Susie said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm opening this birthday package I got from my friend Chris." She said, "No, you're not. No. You wait till your birthday." So I had to wait like 3 days being tortured, wondering what was in that box. So I'm going to take this up, put it upstairs, right on the windowsill by the kitchen sink, right next to that nice 3 ounce silver heart I got Susie for Valentine's Day. I'm going to torture her for the next couple of weeks. Hey, take it easy. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.